Hello everyone and welcome to Monster Train 2. I am so excited for this release. Um so it's like 10:47 at night. I've been working all night and I quite frankly wanted to record this earlier, but life gets in the way. So I've already unlocked Covenant 10 and done all the dimensional portal challenges. So I'm not going to be necessarily doing those. Maybe I'll do the dimensional challenges again if there's enough want for it. But I figured the best way to start would probably just to be do a daily challenge run. Um, because I already have Covenant 10 enabled. I don't want to jump right into Covenant 10 right now on my very first video because this this game just came out and you guys are just seeing this, and I want you guys to have time to discover the covenants and everything for yourself. So I'm just going to do a daily challenge, which will be the 520 challenge. So, fair warning, there's pretty much spoilers when I click this daily challenge. So, if you don't want to see any spoilers, I would hold off on this video until you've played a good amount of the game. But if you don't care about spoilers or you just like me for some reason, please stick around. Otherwise, last warning, going into daily challenge 3, 2, 1. I don't want any complaints. Now, today we're going to be doing the Luna Coven and the what is I forget Pyroborn. I forget their name. It's our ally clan. We're going to have the Life Mother's Pyre, which I don't think was in the demo, but it allows us to copy any card at a merchant of steel, magic, or trinkets. So this challenge, I don't know how useful that's going to be. We have Yeetpocalypse, so we must purge 2 cards after every fight. I never find this as a downside. This is pretty much an upside because you get rid of all the bad cards in your deck very quickly. We also have volatile spells, so all the spells are going to be randomly chosen targets, which is going to be really bad for Witchweave. Essentially, that 1 ping becomes very unreliable, or 1 heal. And then we have Never Say Die. Friendly non-morsel units gain Endless. Now, as far as I know, Pyroborn and Luna Coven don't have morsels. So basically every unit will have Endless. So we have this Bloated Whelp with the Indigestion ability. That basically means we deal 1 damage to all enemies. It's not targeted. But we sacrifice the Bloated Whelp, and because everything is Endless, that means it'll go back into our deck and then we'll redraw it. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to be doing a no restart challenge, so that means I don't click undo. Not that I can because of the volatile spells, but that also means I'm not going to ever restart a battle to try to optimize my score. This is one of my favorite additions to Monster Train 2. I don't like playing with undos because I think it's kind of cheating. So for those that like to min-max their score, you can still do that, but for those that want to only compare scores to people who don't min-max their scores, then you can still do that. So it's best of both worlds. Anyway, let's get started. I've been rambling enough. You guys want to see some Monster Train? I want to play some Monster Train. So let's see. So our starting deck is going to contain a 2 phase blessings. These are going to want to be removed. These are targeted, which means they can also heal and armor the enemy. So completely unreliable. We have a Snotty Whelp. This has the ability Jelly Sneeze, so we deal 1 damage and apply 10 Pyrogel to the front unit. This will be useful because it's not targeted. And then we have a sweep unit as well with the Celine Acolyte. Mage Blade 2 essentially means for each magic power on the floor, we're going to get more damage. So, pretty good. So that's basically 2 damage per stack of magic power. So this is a good unit as well because it allows us to deal with the back row without having to worry about random pings. We also have to fight the Scion of Savagery, which pushes the front unit to the back. We'll get the Damage Shield Kale, which I don't think was in the demo. I think it was the Lifesteal one. I could be wrong. And then we just have the normal Champion of Savagery that was also in the demo. So I guess you're not going to get spoiled on that. I don't remember which Archeon was in there. I think it was the whatever one. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Normally I play these daily challenges fast, like under 30 minutes fast, but because I like to speedrun them as well, but I'll try to play it normally so you guys can keep up. So cards we're going to want to remove quickly, Witch Weave and the Bloated Whelps. These we don't want to keep re-adding to our deck with the Endless, and these we just can't reliably use. We're going to probably just keep our Stewards for a while just because they at least fight, but we might not use them at a certain point, so we'll see. I don't know if copying cards in a shop is going to be useful. Usually that's a really strong ability to have at any time, but I don't think we can reliably use it. So here we can either get the Conduit path or the Moon Cycle path. Moon Cycle is basically every time we phase the moon, we will get stats to all of our friendly units in that floor. And let's see, Conduit 6 incant, gain Conduit 1. This could be useful as well because we have the Mage Blade 2 right here. Conduit basically gives magic power for the floor, and for each magic power on the floor, we're getting more damage. So we'll probably go the Conduit path. That makes most sense with what we're starting. We don't really have any cards to Moon Cycle with, so we're not going to be able to really reliably do that. So this seems like the logical start. In terms of artifacts, when it becomes a new moon, apply 10 armor. We're not moon cycling a lot, and we might not have a lot of silent. We do have, this is a Selene unit, yeah. And we'd only get the sweep on the full moon. We really want to always be in a full moon. We never really want to be going to a new moon, and we don't have any silent units, so this does nothing. Cards with free upgrades could be really powerful, so I'm going to go with that. Because it basically allows us to save money for a higher score, and we can start with more powerful cards, so I think that's fine. And usually in daily challenges, you basically want to always be picking the trial for a higher score. Very rarely do you want to avoid it, but that's only when it's a really hard one. But yeah, we're going to pretty much always go for the challenge, unless there's just a really absolute reason not to. The reason why is challenges give you 50% more points. And taking pyre damage at most will only drop you to 50%, minus 50%. So taking a daily challenge technically has no downside. It can only go up unless you do really bad. Otherwise, it goes net neutral. So a daily challenge, unless it's going to absolutely kill you, you pretty much always want to go with that. So the problem is we have no tanky units now. We need to get health on you ASAP and put it here. Otherwise, these two together is not going to do much. So we are going to just place a Steward on the bottom floor. I'll place one here. And then I think keeping Echo down here makes sense. And then we'll put Selene up here. We might get the sweep. I don't know. We'll see. Everybody has Endless. That's another thing I could have considered. Everyone has Endless. There's no downside to like putting these on the bottom and just having them die. But that might make more sense if we get Quick on Selene. The Quick upgrade. So this is not reliable to place because it's just going to... Yeah. I'm just going to place a Whelp up here. For now. We could try to do this to ping, but I don't expect to get much. But playing this is risky because we could just be tanking the enemies. I could have placed it up here and given some armor up here, but I don't think it's that critical. So these guys are dead. I'm going to try to ping the money, and even if I ping this with 1, it's not going to matter because they have the Titan skin from the difficulty. So he's just going to take 0 damage. So I think it still makes sense to do that. And then for the top floor, we won't have a good way to deal with this. I could place the... Let's see. I can place you out. If I can kill this, it doesn't matter. So I think we're going to do this. And then we're going to double sneeze here. I don't know if I need to do double. Basically... now he takes 20 extra damage, so he will deal 34, and then this Whelp will be able to kill him. And then we can try to heal up our Steward here, make him a little bit more useful. And we can get more Conduit on there, which doesn't hurt if we can roll the on one of these guys. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill here. So I'm just going to stick with what I got. I'm going to put these guys back up here. And I will put a shield on or heal one of these guys. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill the boss on the bottom floor, so our score will drop. But this is kind of a tough start to have, so... Yeah, so unfortunately, this is going to be all rough. We do have him up here. We can Pyrogel him, though, more. I could self-sacrifice him, but I don't know if that matters too much. It is 1 extra damage per hit, right? So if I place this here, yeah, now we get the kill. And so we won't take any pyro damage. And that will give us a better score. There we go. So as you can see, if you can kill the boss on the bottom floor, you'll get a 3-turn boss rush. That'll be plus 30%. We get plus 50% for the trial bonus, and then you lose percentage if you take hits. But I think it caps at minus 50%. So overall, okay first fight with the rough start we had. I mean, not many good choices. But I probably, again, should have put my mage on the bottom because of the conduit. And I don't have to be scared because everything has endless. So this has dualism, which basically means it's going to start with 6 conduit. Normally starts with 3. And it's going to enchant, grant everything 6 conduit. I mean, basically it's giving it... I don't know if it gives itself 6 conduit. I guess I could check real quick. I don't know. We also have Celestial Storm, deal 10 damage to enemy units, and if it's full moon, it attunes. This has the consume. It's normally 3 cost, but it has a -2 gain consume. This is targeted, so this is bad. So these are our 2 choices, ultimately. This would give us some back row clear. If we can reliably get a full moon, though, we kind of already have that, but we need a way to reliably get full moon. And this is only a 1-time use. This is going to give us a lot of benefits because it's going to buff Eka. It's going to buff everything, right? So I think I'm going to just take this. And then we can get Flicker, which will be really good with Conduit because, 1, it doesn't target, it does AoE, and this has Spell Chain, so we can play it twice. And if we can upgrade it with Holdover, we have a very good target for all of our Conduit. So, and it's free, so we're not competing for the cost of Endless with these 2. I think this makes the most logical sense. And then we must remove 2 cards. I'm going to start by Witch Weave is at least possibly useful, where these Bloated Whelps, even though it helped in the last fight, they're not going to be as useful. So I'm going to start getting rid of the Whelps. I think that's a safe start. Okay. So now we have the choice of upgrading or going spell. I'm going to start playing a little faster because I want this video to last forever. But otherwise, I think going for spell upgrade makes the most sense because I want to get holdover on that. So, and the upgrades on the units aren't as important right now with the type of units we have. I did get holdover, so we'll immediately use that. And Permafrost, doesn't need it. Magic Power, not needed. This is needed, so I think we can save the rest. We could duplicate this Flicker. And if we go draw on the boss relic, we can then just spam flickers on a conduit floor, which would be very strong on the bottom floor. And it's going to be spammable with this. I think that's a good thing to do. I think immediately just duplicating this, and we can draw more into it. We already have free removal from the challenge modifier, so I really don't need that. And we have the choice of Nightgale with spikes. That's kind of bad because he doesn't want to get hit at all. And giving us an endless modifier is a waste because everything already has endless. Giving spell weakness to everything would be really good on the bottom floor, mostly if we go space. I was thinking of hand draw, but space wouldn't be bad as well, because then we could fit up to 7 space of units, and then having this as a front tank would be really good for a bottom floor. It would make our other floors more vulnerable, but these bosses don't really punish that. So, because normally you want to play on all floors, but I think this is okay. It's just wasted by this endless modifier, but I think I just grab it because I need to. Okay, and then we'll take this challenge. Unfortunately, this challenge punishes playing bottom floor, so we might not be able to do that. We start on full moon, though, so as long as I defend this guy, he can take the top floor. we'll do that. And then I love this song, by the way. This is probably my favorite song in the game. Yeah, we'll just play this. So we're gonna get the conduit, and then he can weaken everything with spell power. Yeah, he has this whole floor covered. This is fine. They're not gonna bleed. Oh, we do have the flicker as well, so we can immediately deal with this floor. This is where optimal restarting for optimal points. We'd probably not do this, knowing we would draw a flicker, but we didn't know initially, so. Yeah, and we have you for dualism. So I'll just place you here. So yeah, everybody has 6 conduit. So we have a lot of conduit. We're doing 25 damage on this floor at all times, and because we have holdover, we are kicking butt for sure. And then we'll place this here in case we need it, but I don't think we're going to even get to that point. I think everything's just going to die bottom floor. And what's nice when I kill bottom floor is that I can shield everybody here with this really good shield, right? So we can just do this, do that, get the kill. And because we got the kill, we can now shield Eka, for example. That seems really good. You got that, so we're getting our money. And then I just throw these spells out to get myself more conduit and to keep these cards. That's its sole purpose. Okay, and this boss should be pretty easy. Obviously, we're just going to flicker a bunch of times. Now, normally, I should have probably... I don't have an undo button, and it would hurt my score anyway. I should have spell weaknessed you first and then gotten a bigger hit, but I don't think that would have killed anyway. I could still do this. Let's see how this is going to hit the boss. It didn't. Okay. Yeah, now we would have won. We would have won bottom floor if I spell weakness first. I think this is fine, though. So we'll just place some Pyrogel on you, and we'll get that kill. Okay, we got the 2-turn. I'll still take it. Alright, this will allow us to make it always full moon, which basically means it has damage shield 3, which means it won't die as quickly. So we can put it on like the top floor and it won't die basically at all. That'll be pretty good. Spell chain, whatever. Bloody moon. It's target. I mean, these are both target. Yeah, I think we're going to go with here, Meddler, because Meddler is going to allow us to pick full moon when we need it, and we can get the sweep easily. Even though sweeping's not really a problem, so I don't even know if I'm going to keep this unit, right? Because, like, we always have AoE pretty much covered. I'm not trying to think if there's any other purpose for the full moon. I don't think so. I'm actually going to skip. And there's no use to take this. We could do this for more money and rewards. I think that's what we do. I don't think the Pyro Gel matters too much. It is free. It would combo with the Flicker, but I mean, we get so much conduit already. I don't know if this is gonna really matter. I'm gonna go for the Alchemy. Okay, and we're just gonna keep you, because why not? We're gonna keep getting rid of these whelps. Okay. And then we could go spell upgrades again, but I think getting a room card is potentially good. Mostly if we can get it on deployment phase. So we're gonna do this. Okay, so 15 more magic power on bottom floor would be good. It's essentially 15 conduit in a way. And make those flickers better. Could be good. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna immediately make it deployable. I think that's fine. I don't know if I need any of this. Restoring health on our front tank unit would be very good. He's gonna get pushed around though in this next fight, so I'm probably not gonna use him. I mean, he's still useful because everything has endless and I can just throw them back behind him, but yeah. Overgrowth Carpus is good if you have a really good single floor unit. Or a unit on a single floor. So like if we had Celine by themselves or something like that, then Overgrown Carapace can be really good. That's usually better on a multi-hit unit, so... And then healing the health is like whatever. It would be useful on Silent Sentinel, but everything is endless anyway, so is healing really that important? Probably not. So I'm not going to buy any of this. I'm going to save my money for points. All right, and we get the Belatro crossover event. So I can get, when a card is consumed, is played, gain 25 money. I don't know if I have that many consume cards. I don't know if ephemeral counts as a consume. Purge, it purges. I don't know if purging counts as consuming. We do have this, so we're always gaining guaranteed 25, maybe more. Gross Michael is really good. It can make all of our units stronger, but I don't know if that really matters too much. This gives us more spells and more energy to play with in the end, which could be useful. But it just gives us a little bit more conduit. The extra energy is kind of negligible. It might be useful though, right? We are getting more consume cards. So if we get like a consume artifact, that could be really good. But money is just guaranteed for points. All right, I'm gonna go for the money. I think I can make it work. Okay, and we're gonna fight Archean. He's gonna be the pushback one. All right, but we're gonna otherwise just set up this floor. And we're just gonna set up these shield stewards to kind of bait Archean into attacking them. Generally, they'll always start at the topmost floor that you have set up, the flying bosses. So that gives us time to set up on the bottom floor and get stuff prepared. Like, for example, we can immediately flicker. This doesn't seem to count as a consume with the ephemeral. Even though it is technically a purge, so we'll have to get more consume cards to really make that useful, but yeah, we'll otherwise just get this all set up. Start building up that conduit. We'll start getting more damage on Archean. If we can kill him faster, that'll be good. We should get a lot of damage here, though, so I think we will be able to do it. I want to save this until I get my... whatchamacallit, my conduit unit. So there we go. I'll also put spell weakness on him so he can start taking more spell damage. I don't plan to play any spells on this floor, though. Like on this floor, it's going to do like no damage. But we will get more... we'll get some Dragon's Horde. We'll set this up so he takes a lot of damage. Still not enough to make me happy. I guess that counts as a spell. That did 1 damage. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, but we'll just keep playing these cards. I guess this is a moment to check if this counts as ephemeral. The ephemeral does not count as consume. Okay, so it literally just has to say consume. Okay. So here we will place you here. So when the boss hits me again, you'll be back in the front. I think that's fine. And then we'll just keep stacking this stuff here. I think that's fine. Fortunately, we don't have another use for this Jelly Sneeze unit, but I think that's fine. Okay, we're not going to be able to kill him any faster, but I think that's okay. Okay, we'll do this. He's taking a lot of damage. We'll double that damage. Oh, we can kill him 1 turn earlier. So when you kill a flying boss earlier, you get, whatchamacallit? 4-turn boss rush. So we get a little bit more points. So that's good. So we could get this Hell Furnace to gain more Pyre stacks, but we're not really applying that much Pyre, so I don't know if that's going to be really useful. Superheated, again, won't be useful because of that. And this isn't targeted, so this might be actually good if we can lower its cost. If we can't lower its cost, it's kind of bad. But generally, it'll give us more consume, so we'll make more money off Yorick. And we restore 20 health or place armor on a whole row, which will help our bottom row setup. So I'm going to go for this for sure. And then we could get something I actually never see this card. So this lets us draw a spell and apply -1 energy to it. A dualism doesn't matter, but I might just pick this card just because we can pretty much draw an extra spell and play a lot more. I think that'll be good. And like 4 stealth is like whatever. I mean, it works, but like, I don't know. And Shade Guard is pretty good. I know I haven't won a run with them yet, but at least on the main game when I was testing, I did. But he's a good unit, trust me. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and just go ahead and do the dualism. Spell Weave. We can make use of that. Okay, and then we'll probably go energy. The only reason I would go energy is because even though card draw would technically be good because it gets us to our flickers faster, we are always removing cards. So it's like we're never hurting for draw. And being able to play a lot more cards in the deployment phase, I think, is going to be better. Because otherwise, like, what are we playing on the deployment phase? We only have 4 energy, essentially, or 3, 4, I think 4. One is going to Enchanted Chamber, then one would be going here, and then one would be going to here. We're going to struggle later on as we get more units and stuff set up. So I think, yeah, I think we just go energy right now. Okay, and then now we're going to remove the last whelp. I don't think this is needed. And then we're going to start removing, I guess, some of these sentinels I don't really need at this point. And we're going to save our loot. 25 is not going to be worth it. Okay, so left will allow us to get a unit upgrade and another card. So we could get more alchemies, which will be very powerful. Or we can get more enchanted chambers, which would be very powerful. Or we can get more moon pixies. You get the idea. Or moon pixies wouldn't be a bad idea. Because this conduit, I believe, goes on... I don't know if the conduit here actually affects the dualism here. I've never tried it. Well, if it does work that way, that's really good. If it doesn't, then that's bad. Because I think dualism just affects the text on this card. Yeah, applied by this unit. Yeah, so that won't work the way I think it will. Okay, so I think we're going to for sure... I mean, upgrading a unit is really good, right? We could actually make this unit tankier. We can make... or do more than just sit there. We can make you have more damage with quick would be pretty useful. Or we could go... I don't know what you would do. The alternative is we can get some really good artifacts and more money, which is points. And the heal's kind of wasted. I think we have more potential over here, so I'm just going to go over here. Healing Champion doesn't matter. We're playing Ekka, which doesn't have much health. The first unit you summon each turn gets Conduit. That could be useful. And then cheaper merchants, I think, just raw value. So I think I'm going to go for these two. I'm not going to reroll. And then we're going to go for Conduit 2 path. Seems fine. We're never going to be doing Moon Cycle, so I don't need to mix my path. Okay, we'll see what Elko we get. Oh, this one. So we get a free copy. Oh, and that was what I was considering going to the other side. We could get to copy 5 times and get Flicker. And then at some point, all we're doing is playing Flicker. That will get hard punished by anything that does incant. Any enemies that do get incant. Because enemies in this game have more incant than your allies. But, like, do we care? Most of the incant enemies, I don't think, kill us. And if we're just spamming Flickers, we just win. And we will never need to get another card. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm friggin' doing it. We're gonna have Flicker Heaven. I can always remove some of those Flickers after a fight. It's okay. Now I wish I picked card draw instead of energy, but it's fine. We're gonna have -1 energy from this challenge. This run is stupid. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and set this up. Okay, let's set this up here. I think just setting up what we normally set up is fine. We're gonna put you on top floor. I think that's fine. You're gonna be drawing me cards. What's nice about that is even if we get all of our flickers, we'll still draw cards, right? So I think this is fine. Okay, so let's just play our flickers now. This will be a kill, but let's just go ahead and draw a card now. Might be able to do something with it. And if not, we're getting it out of our deck so we can get more flickers. Okay, so now we have 3 flickers. Yeah, this is this is so dumb. This is so dumb. Okay, let's get this out of my deck. This is so stupid. Alright, 4 flickers. What are the odds I'm gonna actually draw into my Moon Pixie at this point? Pretty low, right? So I think setting this up is fine, even if we don't use it right away. I mean, everything here is gonna die, so... Yes, let's get all that conduit. And yeah, now we're flicker locked. I hope you enjoy flicker gameplay, everyone, because that's what we got here. I'm just gonna min-max, because since I'm not undoing, I don't know if I can just get away with not doing anything, but... Okay. Oh yeah, look at how much conduit we have. We are killing this boss. They don't even get a relentless. Sorry. Cool. So I don't think we need to add cards to our deck really at this point, right? I mean, Mage Blade 3 would be okay, mostly if we can get it workable on deployment, because then we can give it to, like, Ekka, and Ekka just does a lot of damage. Spell Weakness would be okay, because it has the Intrinsic, which means we can place it immediately in the Flying Boss, and we might be able to do some damage that way. It's up to say. And then Moon Cycle triggers additional time. We don't even do Moon Cycling, so it's like, whatever. It's between these two. Having a Flying Boss that immediately... If we can get even Permafrost on this, then we can kind of just do it when we want to and really set up, right? But I don't know if it really matters. It's not going to matter outside of Flying Bosses. And Mage Blade 3 is just going to be really useful on anybody on the bottom floor, really. If they even get to that point, though, right? So it might be just a dead draw every time. But it is a lot of damage. But I don't know. We're getting so much damage, and as we can see, we probably can kill a Flying Boss with just these 3. I think... The problem is we can't set this up. We have to set this up beforehand. The Flying Boss is always going to start at the top. I think I'm going to take this. I talked myself into it. And then Payoff's not going to do anything for us. We don't really need to restore health. We shouldn't be taking damage to begin with. We're not going to be holding on to our Dragon's Horde, so I don't need to use that. Siphon would be okay, but it's so costly. If we don't draw into it, it's like whatever. But we could get a lot more. I think it's worth it. We'll take it. Right, and now at this point, I just need to remove cards I know I'm not going to use. So definitely not the Spear Steward, and definitely not this shield. I want to keep one shield to protect the Spellmancer. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and loot this now. I don't know if I'm going to be capping or not. And when we equip a unit, which we just got, we get 4 conduit. I think that works well with what we're doing. So we'll take that. Okay, so we could remove more cards, but I think that's just a downside. We already have 7 of these. I'm probably gonna remove one of these because we'll never have more than 6 unless we get like something. Yeah, removing cards is just gonna hurt us in the end, I think, right now. It could help immediately, but then we're gonna be in kind of a rough situation. I guess we have some cards we wouldn't mind removing right away. We don't need another unit, right? We could upgrade one of these spells, like the Permafrost I was talking about. I'm going to just go this way. Because I don't need these 2 cards, right? I mean, these can help me, but I don't need these in my deck. Not where I'm going. We have everything with Endless, right? So it doesn't matter if something dies. Alright, friendly units get Avarice. I think this will be good. Just in case. But then we're always having free cards, right? I don't know. I think just getting more avarice is good because it's more points, right? Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, intrinsic. I could put that in this, so I guarantee gold. And just so you know, I think intrinsic doesn't take over your card draw. So even though I have 5 card draw, I'll still draw 7 cards. There's like no downside to starting with these cards. I could also just guarantee this, but I think guaranteeing that I get this is good. Spell chain, I don't think I really need. And like 10 powers, whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna save my money. There's nothing I need from here. I don't even need to duplicate again. I think I'm fine. Okay, we're good. Everything is multi-strike. Yeah, good luck hitting me though. Now, this boss actually kind of hurts. We won't be able to kill it quickly, but I think that's fine. All right, we're just gonna have you go up here to defend. I guess I can always defend with you, but I'm gonna be removing you out of my deck. I thought you'd be more useful in this challenge, but with how it's turning out, just a dead draw. Yeah, so as you can see, intrinsic does not hit your initial values, so it's actually just bonus points for us, which is good. So we're gonna just immediately flicker multiple times. I don't see the downside to that. This is only for the flying boss, so it's not like we need to do it. I mean, we have a low odds to draw into our Moon Pixie. And having that would be very useful. But I think I'm going to take the risk. Okay, so this is one of those enemies that weaken your troops as you incant, but like we're not attacking really, we're just spamming flickers. So I think this is fine. Okay, yeah, we probably should have just placed the Snot Whelp, because what are the odds we're drawing into that Pixie now? Probably not at all. We did get this. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll just keep playing cards, though. This is great. And yeah, with how much conduit we have, this is a lot of energy. Yeah, we're going to place this now, because I'm not... The odds of me drawing into what I want is low. We will want to get +1 card draw for the next boss. This would have been good if we got it earlier, but it's not going to do anything now. So I'm going to do this, because I want to place Spell Weakness on him, so I can take away a lot of his health. I should have placed this first, too. But yeah, we guarantee have the kill. But yeah, this won't matter anymore. We got it earlier, would have mattered more. Okay. Okay, so we can make new moon effects always active. This is a really cool card. I really like the Eclipse Chamber. It's probably my favorite design card, just art-wise and conceptually. That silent units gain 15 plus 15 on resolve, I think is new. I don't remember it ever doing that. It must have been a recent change before they made the 1.0 build, so that's cool. Makes it good. Unfortunately, that's not what I need. This will get stronger every moment. Moon cycling is always happening every turn. Even if we're not doing it, it's technically potentially more value than the Pixie, but I don't think it's worth it. And then this is targeted, so we can't really use it. So I think I'm going to just finally skip one, even though I don't really want to be skipping, because I'm going to be forced to get rid of cards. Stuck Up Well just gives that first to everybody. That's whatever. This is all kind of whatever. I think I can get away with not taking cards this turn, because I can still get rid of the Acolyte here. And I can always get rid of a Witch Weave, right? So I think it's fine to just skip. We're not in danger of losing good cards. So yeah, let's get rid of you. And let's get rid of you. And if we get the Siphon early, the problem is we're gonna cap. But if we don't get it early, we're not. I'm just gonna save though. I don't think we're in danger of capping too much. Merchant of Arms would allow us to guarantee the Siphon in our starting hand, but we're not going to have enough energy to play it. I don't really need to heal, though, and I don't know if I really need any artifacts, like, at all. And this is points over here. I don't have to buy anything at the Merchant of Steel. And the Alcove might give me something useful. I'll take this, because this is just free points. I could get my Train Steward on the top floor protecting multi-strike. That could be okay. Or we can... can't really do much else. Void Artman is an interesting one. The multi-strike's pretty good. You can also suitably... you can also use it as like a way to get rid of cards out of your deck, which is kind of funny, but we don't really need to do that. And then Quick's not really going to happen. I think I can just skip all this. Yeah, we're good. And in terms of events, we can offer health to get artifacts. So this won't hurt our score. We can get a lot of artifacts. I'm going to do it. No artifacts the entire time. Anyway, when you fail a certain amount of times, you get this effect. This effect probably isn't going to happen too much. I got super unlucky. No, honestly, this effect's never going to happen, is it? Because I know Kale doesn't have any blights or anything with the... I think this doesn't matter. I'm going to skip for the money. All that health for just a little bit of money. It's fine. We're never taking damage. It's fine. We don't want to take damage. It lowers our score. But yeah, it's a little annoying. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to keep doing what we're doing. So we could put you on the middle floor so that the boss flies, but I think we want the boss to go on the bottom floor as much as possible, because that's going to give us the most hits. I think this is fine. We'll do this. We'll put spell weakness on you. Oh, this is targeted. Right. Okay, I think if spell weakness lands on one of my guys, it's fine. It's still worth the chance. Okay. So now we just play our wonderful flickers. And we'll just do that. I could put you up here so you can at least place the pyre on it. And we'll draw and see what I get. So we can at least get that out of my deck. Okay. So now we can do what we've been doing, which is more flickers. And then what's the cooldown on this? 3. I think it's still worth placing it. Get the extra damage now. Then we could shield everyone. At this point, what are the odds of drawing the Moon Pixie? Probably not much. I could at least do this. I probably should have played this earlier for more damage, but it's fine. I'm going to place him in the front, just get rid of him. And then if I draw the Moon Pixie again, yeah, we're looking better. Right, and then we can then play this Moon Pixie here. Everybody's looking stronger. And now we just go crazy. There we go. And we can draw another spell, why not? Okay. So yeah, we just play all of our cards. Yeah, I don't think the extra 10 damage that I accidentally missed out on is going to make too much of a difference. It could. See, how many do I need to kill? I just need 2, so I can see how much damage I do here. Let's see if I kill. 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, I should have did this earlier. See, look, I'm already on optimizing. I missed out on... Let's see, this is going to do 40-something damage. 45, so 90. I missed out on probably a lot. I probably could have killed this turn. That's unfortunate. A lot of my min-max failing. This is where people can no restarts can really optimize your score. But yeah, I could have probably won that with 3 waves remaining and got the 6-turn wave boss rush bonus, but that's fine. I mean, who am I competing against? Not many people, right? So, at least not for today, so allowed to make some mistakes. Consume, Permafrost, apply Attuned and 3 magic power to spells in hand. This, I think, just wins us the run if we draw it, right? So, yeah, I'm taking that. Because what's going to happen is Attune basically makes all magic power increase it by 5 instead of 1. So if we give that to everything that we're holdovering, plus giving it some extra magic power, we're basically just winning, right? So I'm going to do the +1 draw because it allows us to get better chance in getting to our stuff. And then I think... I don't know if that Train Steward matters too much. I guess keeping this unit alive really mattering? Probably not. But I'm basically going to always draw into it and play it anyway, right? So it's like, whatever. I don't really have any more cards I want to remove other than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're never drawing into all of these, right? So I think removing one of these is safe. But we have a better chance to draw into it quicker. I'm going to get rid of one of the Witch Weaves. Probably both Witch Weaves. I think it's going to just be Witch Weave removal for the rest of the run. And then we're going to loot this now because I don't know if I'm going to need it. Units get upgrades, cards. I mean, that's going to be only an extra 3/3. It's like, whatever. Let's just skip for points. I don't think any of that's going to matter. Okay. Here, we can go for unit upgrades. I'm not going to use them, though. Removal, we're going to get the rest of our removal anyway. So, yeah, I think I could take a look. But I really don't think we're in any danger of losing. So I'm just going to skip. I don't need any of that. Yes, I'm even skipping a multi-strike, but let's be real, I don't have a good multi-strike target, and it's just going to lose me points, so. And this is all kind of too late. Hall of Mirrors is pretty good, but it's fun to double up on the leader, but it's like, whatever. For this run. And then we could force a full moon and get 15 conduit burst if we ever want it, but I think this just scales a lot quicker with what we're doing, so it's fine. Enemies are going to have reanimate in the front. It doesn't matter. They're going to be dead, right? So I think this is fine. All right. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good with our run here. This is a really cool run. I'm digging it. Oh yeah, see? We already got our really strong combo going. So first things first, we play this. We want our little extra points. Then we do this. So now these do 151, 166, 181. You can see how fast it scales. Because these have, whatchamacallit? These have the attuned. So we always want to play the non-attuned first. Theoretically. But all these attuned cards are going to be doing such massive damage. 391, 406. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see, we can place you now. I mean, I don't think even if we wanted to play him, I don't think he's gonna matter. I could probably even remove this from my decks, but whatever. You know what? You can go up here and get this guy. Go for it. Alright, and then otherwise we just keep doing what we've been doing. A lot of conduit. We're getting 541 damage. We might... Listen, this is gonna be a funny run. Oh, we got this too. Jeez. This run is so dumb. Honestly, like... The reason we can only be this consistent is because we have this free Eat Apocalypse. I don't think these other modifiers really matter at this point. It's just the Eat Apocalypse that's making us like do a lot of damage, so... Or it just allows us to thin down our deck so fast. That's what I mean by it's like never a downside. Sounds dangerous, like you're gonna be forced to lose spells you want or whatever, but like... Or cards you want, but like... When is that ever gonna happen? And I know I can probably kill the boss already, but it's just out of principle I have to 1,000 damage. I gotta do it for the thumbnail. I'm sorry. Yep, here you go. Thumbnail. Yeah, this is just crazy. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Wait, we didn't even get through half our cards. We didn't even get to those strong ones. Oh, this is great. Okay. This is gonna be fun. I could get another one just to guarantee that I get it. I think I do that. Just to guarantee. Or at least try to. And we skip all this. Honestly, this thing did nothing. I'm gonna get rid of it. It's gonna be too late to do anything with it now, and quite frankly, I don't need it. And then I can just get rid of one of these whelps. I don't think I need both of them. They're not doing anything at this point. We'll just loot this now. Get our money. Get our points. And then we're just gonna purposely go right to get the money. I don't even care about the rest of this, honestly. We can take a look just for funsies, but yeah, I don't really care about any of this. It's not gonna win me the game more. I could duplicate a card. I don't really want to. It's just gonna make my deck bigger. I think I'm good. I don't see myself losing this. Okay, so we'll place it up here. Keep doing the normal stuff. So this boss is dangerous because he has melee weakness, so he will one-shot us, but since we have endless, it doesn't matter. It will hurt our game plan a little bit, but like it's fine. Let me see if I can draw a card that I can play more of. I didn't, but that's fine. If we get a whelp, yes, we do. Actually, it'd be better if he gets one shot, because I'd rather draw him again and keep placing these if I can, right? Because I can do that on the bottom floor as well. I don't really need any of these cards played. Anyway, we do what we've been doing. Making this better. We could start doing damage up here, but I'd rather be boosting this quicker. Yeah, if I want to draw into anything, I want to draw into the whelp. I could also draw into now the conduit unit, which is probably better. And then we can apply. This is so dumb. Alright, first things first, one-shot that whole row. Place spell weakness on you. Oh my gosh. It might have actually been better to wait for the spell weakness. I'm going to be honest. This is fine. I think I can just get the win this turn. We're going to get a 5-turn kill. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we might as well go for the kill now. Here we go. Very quick kill. 8-turn boss rush. This is a good run. Yeah, so we win the run. That's it. So really, if you don't like Luna Coven, there's a run where Luna Coven is good. And we mastered some cards. So, I think this is pretty good. So again, there's going to be some spoilers. So I'm just going to pause real quick to avoid those spoilers. So be right back. Okay. And yeah, we have 53,000. You look at our run summary. Overall, pretty good run. We had 7 flickers. These witch weaves didn't matter. Alchemy really didn't matter other than min-maxing a few points. But yeah, I think really the important card was just the flicker, and then these silver inks doing a lot for me. This was the GOAT. So if we go back to the challenge, unfortunately I didn't beat German Jojo. Again, though, I did no restarts, and he min-maxed his points. I know what mistakes I made. I probably could have beaten that score. I definitely killed Kale 1 turn slower than I could have. And if I honestly optimized that 1 turn with the bottom floor a little bit more with the spell weakness, I might have been able to kill faster. Probably not. It would have been closer. Let's just put it that way. It might have been dead even or very close. I did make some min-max mistakes though, but in the end, very solid run. Very fun run. So I hope you all enjoyed. This is going to be a first Monster Train video. I plan to do much more. I love this game. Um, but yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. I still have to read this dialogue off screen, but yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.